First off, I went to pick up a paintbrush, and the lady had my phone from 2 weeks ago. Secondly, this is totally absurd, crazy. What has happened to me in the last minute and a half in coincidences is just crazy. I just did an hour video in which, first of all, I am so excited that it uploaded. I'm not like your normal mathematician that knows everything, because I know nothing about numbers. Every time I do a number, I gotta count, then I gotta recount, and then I gotta check if it goes with anything else, just to see if I can trust the number's value against anything else. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to. No, that's not good. Hold on a second. Wait a second. I'm not sure which internal light they're going to have on me. So you know what? I better put them all on. Did you look at the moon tonight? Did you look at the moon? It's on an angle. The same angle the fisherman was leaning on in the place that they wanted to make those Hollywood movies. Fishing? A fishing scam? It was a fishing scam? And they left it in front of us for the 20 years that the computer has been out to tell us they've been fishing on the moon? The water that cools off the moon, that rises to the sky because the water rises? How hot is water for it to rise? What a system they got. The wolf howls at the moon as he sits on his hind legs. They run in a wolf pack. I don't know if you got a deck or a pack, but in the movie that they had, something about New York, and when it froze over, they had all those wolves running into boots. I'm watching Maxwell Smart, Agent 86, to make 86 into the other world. 8 times 6 is 48. 48 will make you space. 8 plus 6 is 14, makes 62. That makes you the queen. That makes you the T to connect up the two angles. The T between the two ears. The name of the title, I just finished doing a video and I said truth, tooth, the tooth fairy. I put on Maxwell Smart and it says get smart. 2 times 14, the whole truth. I had nothing to do with it. 2 times 14 is 28. I just got finished with 7 by 4, 28, how the Einstein theory comes up. 1776, the whole tooth, the whole truth, standards and poors. Then all of a sudden, what's happening with Agent 59? And that was also the Einstein theory. 86, 99 Jupiter, 99 creates spirit, angel, and man. Why? Because inside Jupiter is 11. In everything but 111 is missing. The 11 that comes with 1 and 10. I am the 911. 9 on this side, 11 on the other corner. Whichever corner you're on, choose it left or right, because 11 equals 2, and 2 and 9 is the first number. So 1 doesn't have to get involved until it gets involved in 3 and 8. Neptune. Maxwell Smart talked about, okay, first what's going on with Agent 59. Oh, E-I-E-I-O, that's in South America. But nothing's going on, only 2 revolutions. Revolutions is a turn, okay? 2 turns is 720 degrees. 720 one way, 720 the other way. Don't forget what happens when you twist 2 C's. You put them together, it becomes an S, or part of the manana, connecting the ends, which are 14, 14, 28. 8 times 2, 8 plus 2, or just tell me it's man on the moon, 9 and 19. 9 and this is birth, 3, 3 and 3, or 6 and 3, which is Earth and Saturn, makes man. 2 is 11, which is Mars and is Uranus, because it has 2 U's in Uranus. Twist them like the C's. You become the S spirit. Number 19 or 91, the spirit of man. 10, 10, 100. The cone of silence, it was off the shelf. Le chèvre, the goat. A Chevrolet, a goat, and now they're marking it 71. 4 by 4, 71. 4 and 4 makes your 8. 71 makes your 8. The chèvre, 2 sides of the horns, Rubik's Cube on each side. There's a Rubik's Cube on each side of our brain. They talk to each other. And then they give somehow they connect together and give us the answer down the long road. The long road. See the center? What was happening now besides this? Chaos. CH, creation heaven. AO, Alpha Omega, that means 71, the controller. okay, of chaos, just exploded in the Midwest, the nuclear reactor that was underneath the ground. The Midwest? Is Colorado far enough to be called the Midwest? They're talking exactly what I'm talking about. This is a 40-year-old show. I'm going to put the show on after this. I'm going to somehow put it on my, I'm going to like it. I'm going to just, in fact, I'm going to go share it right now, and I'm going to share it everywhere. I'm going to write nothing, but this is going to be shared everywhere. You must see the show. I only watched 3 minutes. This is going to be a 20-minute show telling us of what's going on this year. Don Adams. He also played the Penguin. Penguin, Mr. Freeze. Another thing, they also have Get Smart 2x12 bronze finger. Okay, so they have it in more than one place. I'm just going to try and share this wherever I could right now. Then I'm going to get back to what I was thinking. Yes, Mr. Tackpans does think. That is Mr. without the decimal point. And this one I'm going to write out. Check this out. Watch how I write, okay? Watch how I write. Mr. Get Smart. Watch. It talks about what I talk about. So now the question might be like this. The question might be is, maybe because I've seen it when I was younger, that everything I'm talking about now comes from there. Wow, I don't even know what to say next. Let me turn it on. Hold on a second.
I can't remember. Probably wasn't important. Come on.
Let's go.
Okay, listen to this part. Listen.
The emergency alert. 99, what's going on? What happened?
Max, chaos has sabotaged a nuclear reactor in the Midwest and it's running wild. If it isn't stopped within 72 hours, there's going to be a nuclear explosion.
If it isn't stopped within 72 hours, the letters 7 and 2 equal to big. 72 hours means something big is going to happen. So now we're going to go back to 7 and 2. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 and 9, 7 plus 2 equals W. It says win big. Win red. Win big red. What happens when a nuclear reactor heats up? We all talk about red. Red is emergency. Orange is the caution. Yellow is the slow down caution. They're almost together because yellow and red make the orange. So in orange there's already yellow. This is what they talked about. Agent 89, Maximal Smart, chaos, nuclear disaster coming up in Colorado. But it didn't happen to be Colorado, it was somewhere else. But nuclear reactors inside the mountains, underneath the rivers, underneath the oceans, maybe turning pallets. Does anybody know what a pallet is? A pallet is like this. It hits this, it turns. And then while it turns the pallet on top, it turns the gear on the bottom. So this will send something this way while this goes that way. And it can also be held like this. Do you see what this is? I cut this. I made a hole in it. So I can put, see how the same it is? Number 9, number 2, which way do you want to go with this? What do you want to look at? Anyways, where else was I going to see? Just one more thing to see. Inside of K, if I draw an E to K, you actually see a G. Becomes the E. Becomes the KGB. See this one over here, the way it gets reverted? One becomes a G, one becomes an E, upside down, but in between the two of one, I created 2 letters. The X is automatically created. What am I supposed to do with this? This makes G and E, General Electric, G and E. General Electric, 24. Now I'm not going to mention Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I'm going to do something about it. But H and I, okay, 9 times 8 is 72 hours. That's the most you can get. 9 times 9 you cannot do. So you get 9 times 8. So 8 times 9, okay, is 72. That's really the highest you can go. You cannot go 9 and, you can go 9 and 10, but 9 times 10 is 90, okay? And now you're in the 0, 1 section. You can't go there. 9 times 8 is 72. You have the most you can ever get. You can't get 1, because 1 gets 0, and 1 gets 0. All you have is mercury. All you have is the blood. Now, I'm not going to talk about Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Now we have that number 72 again, 9 times 8. 7 and 2, in a reflection of the 7 world, becomes 95. Again, a repetition of Einstein. 9 times 8 equals 72. And inside the 7 worlds, you have the 9 and 7, and 2 and 5. 9 plus 7 is 16. 5 and 2 is 7. 16 plus 1 is 7. You have both 7s. But this one is the spirit light. With this one, you get the spirit light, 1 and 6. When you go down to 87, not 88, because it's the same number. Now you go to 87, you will reflect the 2 moons, 87 and number 17, the gateway for the light within man. Man must live before he has the spirit light. Otherwise, where is the spirit light going? It's in the air. Breathe it in. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. There's a lot of. Here's your star connected to your G. This is how it works. You put the star on the other side. You have the 2 sides connected. Here's your spirit light coming up from the bottom. But it doesn't show this line because it's an open. It stops over here, but it continues to go as the light. But the element stops. 6 lights 7. Lights 8. The Hanukkah candles. Everybody knows this can be drawn without taking your finger or your pen off the paper. Now, I don't want to bring any more. I'll repeat whatever I repeat in the next video. I just want to tell you to watch that Get Smart. B and D, be alive. 4 and 5, be the fox. This is Bell, the phoenix, Bede. Now, I would have to say 4 and 5, 2 and 5, which is Earth. 4 and 5, Earth fox. The bird flies of the Earth fox, which the only thing I can understand with that, because I didn't sit down with it, is man's mind is flying with the phoenix, meaning it has been intercepted, and the spirit and what man thinks can now get Morse coded, tic-tac, vibrated, so he doesn't make right decisions, so he can't think, so he gets depressed and he feels down. And many other things that I'm not really going to get into because I'm not quite sure of anything right now. And again, 420, from 20 to 80, in between is 60, but it's not. In between is 59, 60 you touch. So again, we have into the 20 worlds. If we have into 20 worlds, we cannot have 80 to 100. We can have from 20 to 80 because the 20 has been taken away. Now you're between 20 and 80, so now you're being 59. Now if you want to talk about the energy, you'll be 64. 59 plus 5 because the energy comes from the other side into your side and then to the other side, 5, 5, and 5. That's what the Mayans say. The thing I didn't do right now, I'm not sure if I did this, but 6 and 0 tell me number 4 in numerology, in my kind of counting. That says to me orange. Okay? 6, and how you write it in French and how you write it in English, the same thing. 0 is the 15th letter, 1 and 5 is 6, it creates 11. The 0 on the telephone and the 0 in the alphabet, okay, 1 and 5 are both a number 6 on the telephone. 6 and 6 do not change. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus, and in the year 5775 on the countdown. 7 days gone into the year, 270 days before the horn is sounded. Will that be the beginning? Or will that be the beginning of what was a terrible and disastrous first part of the year that seems so sweet the way it is? Thank you for watching.